If you've ever wondered how to take your tomato growing game to the next level, you're in the right place. Tomatoes are the crown jewel of many gardens, but they often come with challenges. Delayed ripening, sporadic production, or even plants that seem more interested in growing leaves than giving you fruit. Today I'm going to share my tried and true techniques to manipulate your tomatoes into producing earlier, more frequently and consistently throughout the season. Stick around to unlock the secrets to a bountiful harvest, and don't forget to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more gardening wisdom. Share this guide with fellow gardeners to spread the joy of growing like a pro. The foundation for non-stop tomato production begins long before you see your first fruit. It starts at the seedling stage. To give your plants a head start, sow seeds indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before your last expected frost date. Use a high-quality seed starting mix and keep them under grow lights for at least 14 to 16 hours a day. Proper lighting prevents legginess and ensures robust growth. Once your seedlings have their first set of true leaves, pot them up into larger containers. When transplanting, bury the stem deeper into the soil. Tomatoes have the unique ability to grow roots along their buried stems, which results in a stronger, more productive root system. This early step gives your plants the ability to take up more nutrients and water, setting them up for success. Here's where we introduce a clever twist-controlled early stress. Before transplanting seedlings into their final location, allow them to experience a few days of cooler temperatures and slightly less water. This process, called hardening off, toughens up your plants and prepares them for the outdoor environment. But the magic doesn't stop there. Stressing your plants just a little after transplanting, by reducing water slightly or pinching off the first few flower clusters, encourages the plant to channel its energy into root and stem development rather than early fruiting. This calculated stress creates a plant that is sturdier and better equipped for a long season of production. Don't overdo it though, we're aiming for resilience, not damage. Tomatoes can easily become unruly if left to their own devices. To manipulate your plants for maximum production, you need to take control with strategic pruning and training. As your plants grow, remove the suckers, the small shoots that emerge between the main stem and branches. While suckers can eventually bear fruit, they divert energy from the main stem and lead to a crowded plant. A single or double stem system is the best way to focus the plant's energy on producing high-quality tomatoes. Tie your main stems to a sturdy trellis, cage, or stake to keep the plant upright and improve air circulation. Pruning isn't just about shaping the plant, it also helps direct sunlight to the developing fruit. More sunlight means faster ripening and fewer issues with fungal diseases. Regularly removing yellowing or diseased leaves also helps keep your plant healthy and productive. Tomatoes are heavy feeders, and they need consistent nutrition to keep producing. The secret is to strike the right balance. Too much nitrogen will give you lush foliage but little fruit, while too little can stunt growth. Start with a balanced fertilizer when planting and switch to a fertilizer higher in phosphorus and potassium once flowers appear. One clever trick I use is incorporating compost and aged manure into the planting hole. This slow-release organic matter provides nutrients over time, creating a nutrient-rich environment right where the roots need it most. Another technique is to side dress your plants with compost or a balanced fertilizer every few weeks during the growing season. Liquid feeding can also work wonders. A diluted fish emulsion or compost tea every 2 weeks provides a quick nutrient boost, keeping your plants energized and productive. Sometimes it's not just about the plant, but the environment you create for it. Tomatoes thrive in warm temperatures, and manipulating their microclimate can lead to earlier fruiting and a longer harvest season. One of my favorite tricks is using black plastic mulch or landscape fabric around the base of the plants. This not only suppresses weeds but also warms the soil faster in spring, giving your plants a head start. Another clever technique is to use cloches, row covers or low tunnels during the early season to protect young plants from cool nights. These structures trap heat and create a more stable environment for growth. When temperatures rise, remove the covers to prevent overheating and ensure good air circulation. Tomatoes are self-pollinating, but giving nature a little nudge can make all the difference in production. Gently shaking your plants or tapping the flowers helps release pollen, especially during periods of low natural pollinator activity. You can also use an electric toothbrush or a small fan to mimic the effect of wind or buzzing insects. Attracting pollinators to your garden is another win-win strategy. Plant companion flowers like marigolds, lavender, or borage near your tomatoes to draw bees and other beneficial insects. Not only do these companions boost pollination, but some also help deter pests. If you want your tomato plants to produce non-stop, keep them in a constant state of production by harvesting regularly. Leaving ripe tomatoes on the vine signals the plant to slow down fruit production. By picking tomatoes as soon as they ripen, you encourage the plant to continue flowering and setting fruit. Even green tomatoes can be harvested and ripened indoors if frost or other factors threaten your harvest. This technique not only saves your crop but also keeps your plants focused on producing new fruit. Nothing derails a productive tomato plant like pests and diseases, but proactive management can keep these issues in check. Start by practicing crop rotation and spacing plants properly to reduce the risk of soil-borne diseases. Inspect your plants daily for signs of trouble, such as yellowing leaves, holes, or discoloration. Introducing companion plants like basil, nasturtiums, or onions can help deter common tomato pests like aphids and whiteflies. For fungal diseases like blight or mildew, use organic fungicides and prune lower leaves to improve airflow. A healthy plant is naturally more resistant to pests and diseases, so focus on keeping your tomatoes well-fed, watered, and pruned for the best results. Growing tomatoes that produce early, often, and non-stop isn't just about luck. It's about mastering techniques that allow you to take control of your garden. From strategic pruning and feeding to manipulating microclimates and boosting pollination, these clever methods will transform your tomato growing experience. Remember, the journey doesn't stop at growing great tomatoes. Sharing your success and tips with others is part of the joy of gardening. If you found these techniques helpful, be sure to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more gardening insights and share this video with your fellow gardeners. Together, we can create thriving, beautiful gardens that nourish and inspire. Happy growing!